Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's Forager video. My name is Alex Shevelev, Senior Analyst on the Australian Shares Fund. And today I've got with me Gaston Amoros, also Senior Analyst on the Australian Shares Fund. Hi, Gas.
Hey, Alex.
So today we're going to be talking about the car buying site, Carsales. Gas, I'll hand over to you.
Thanks, Alex. It's an interesting one. So basically, the stock has gone up 25%, no change to earnings. And what has happened here is what we call a change in narrative or a change in perception. So to give you a little bit of background, as you know, Carsales makes most of its money selling used car leads to dealers. And recently, we have seen abroad the success of direct-to-consumer car platforms. You might have heard of the likes of Carvana and Vroom in the US or Cazoo in the UK, which are a bit of a threat to the existing ecosystem of dealerships. And so that brings us back to Carsales. So what happened here is at the full year results in August, the company basically told the market that they're going to be trying to capture a little bit more of the car buying journey online for themselves, much in the same way that portals, real estate portals like REA and Domain have done over the last 10 years or so. And the core idea is very simple. The process of buying a car today is very time consumer, as you might know. You figure out what kind of car you want, you start visiting car lots, the whole process of price discovery is a bit antiquated. There is a lot of room for haggling about with the proverbial used car salesman. And when you compare that with the simplicity of pre-approved programs from the likes of BMW, Mercedes, you can see the difference. You know that in a pre-approved program, the cars have been inspected and verified and they're in good working order. Very often you give some kind of guarantee that the car is not a lemon and that if there are any serious faults, you can go back to the dealer. So if those are the conditions, you're pretty much there in terms of your willingness to buy a car online. The only question is whether you have it delivered to you too, or whether you can drive it for 5 days or 2,000 kilometers and get your money back if you're not happy with it. So that's the idea, and that's what Carsales is trying to get to. And that's what's been revealed in August, and that's the reason why the stock is now up 25%.
So it's an interesting idea, Gaston, but does it not put the company somewhat at odds with its current dealer client base?
Yeah, look, absolutely. That could be, it is one of the concerns. I think Carsales has been pretty clear that they're doing it, they don't want to antagonize their customer base, which are mostly car dealerships. So they're doing it in a capital light manner, i.e. they put all the tech and they put the brand, the dealers, they partner with the capital, and a participation from the dealer side is optional. When you think about it, it's a win-win for both Carsales and the dealer. The dealer gets around the same or slightly higher price for a verified inspector car with a guarantee. But very importantly, the dealer also saves on sales commissions, which can be 15-20% of the price of a second-hand car. And the price is very visible from the get-go, right? So the car sells itself. And long-term, there might be additional benefits from the dealer, like reducing the amount of showroom space that they utilize, or moving to cheaper locations further out of town, and also having lower amount of personnel.
Since we saw Carsales talk about this, have we actually seen any of it reflected in near-term earnings estimates?
Well, not at all. At this stage is experimental. It's early stage, so we have seen the share price change, and that's why we're talking about a change in the narrative of the stock. But the numbers, the forecasts haven't changed for neither FY22 nor FY23 on account of this. It's still pretty early stages.
So if we then go out maybe 3, 4, 5 years or longer, how big could that opportunity actually be for Carsales?
It's potentially very big when you think about the addressable market, which is the profit pool of the dealers that you could be in terms of an order of magnitude of the opportunity. It could add another 50% to the profit pool of Carsales. Again, still early days, could be a little bit more, a little bit less, but it is quite sizable.
Right.
And it is sensible also that Australia will follow in the path of the US and the UK in terms of migrating some of the car buying journey online, much in the same way that it has happened with so many other products, from electronics to groceries.
Right. Thanks for that, Gaston. That's some interesting insights onto Carsales. And we'll see everybody next week for the next week's Forager video.